Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with the growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Rise and grind, wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
In case y'all didn't know, I was trying to, Oscar was trying to steal my wallet out of my pocket.
I'm too far.
I'm too far. Anyway, so. Yeah, welcome to the Rise and Grind More Show. This we do every Monday through Friday, 9:15, 11:15, whenever we get started, whenever we end, because we own our own shit. And we can do what we want to do. Today we got some guests here. Tia Blaque is here, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's up, though? The hostess with the mostest.
Cam here, y'all.
Hey, y'all. What's going on? It's cold, but I'm here.
I got a new nickname for Cam.
And what's that?
Brighter than me.
Who isn't?
Hey, damn.
Ooh. I mean,
Y'all coming in hot. Y'all coming in hot.
Douche. All right. Her pale face. Listen, I hate Cam. No, I love Cam. Cam is
ain't
dope.
nobody studying you, boy.
Cam dope individual. She got
You want to play the dozens, you know. We grew up doing that.
But Cam got the Whitney Houston curls going on, popping off. So I knew it.
You said it.
You. Anyway, we had some guests in the house. I want Cam to introduce them because one is a cool dude. He got dreads and shit. The other one just bald and old.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And that's why he wear hats always everywhere he go.
I've been born like this since 7th grade.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, so it ain't nothing new.
You need to get them
Same hairline.
Them people need to be called on your
Same
family.
hairline.
Why would you feeding this boy?
Same hairline.
No, y'all, Oscar Porter's in the building.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Can you give him a round of applause? He ain't used that.
Oh yeah. I'm used to it.
You used to it?
I'm used to them standing up when they do it though.
That's nasty.
Why, Lord? We have two of them in the same room.
Okay.
At the same time.
At the same damn time.
Cloning is real.
Wow. Who shot Tyrone? Oh, that ain't the name of the movie.
Who shot him?
No, it was
who cloned him?
Tyrone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, between me and Tia, we gonna figure it out.
But in the hood, it's who shot Tyrone. Who shot Tyrone?
But I thought it was. I think you better call Tyrone.
It is a call Tyrone now.
First of all,
and tell him, come on, help you get your. Come on, somebody.
Come
on, somebody.
Anybody who messed with Erykah Badu was crazy.
That's a word, though.
Yeah.
Did you see what she had on them awards?
Yeah.
The big old, but I was like, I saw the.
You know what she was doing?
As soon as I seen it, I knew what she was doing.
She was mimicking the lady. I forgot her name.
Not mimicking.
Yeah. She was mimicking a lady who was constantly raped and abused for having the big booty. What's her name?
Oh, in history. It was in history.
Never was around then. I don't know who you know.
No, she was in history. She was. They looked at her like she was a carnival act.
Yeah.
And because they had never seen a woman with that, with boobs and butt with a body like that, because black women are goddesses.
Yeah.
And so they didn't know what to do with her, and that's sad.
Yeah, I'm about to go through this black woman.
Someone put her name in the comments. Thank you guys for checking us out too. Also, but put the lady name in the comments that was mocked and everything.
Let's see if I can pull it up.
I think her name was Sarah.
Not Sarah Vaughan.
No,
that's a singer.
I mean, I don't know. But we just got to do better with our history.
Right.
Like, this lets me know this because she was a huge thing, you know?
It's the one thing is one person in this room I definitely wasn't going to ask.
Okay.
I wasn't going to ask Shani. Shani history.
You really on fire.
Shani history started when the Cosby's came out.
Oh my God.
It did. Shani was born in 96.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's Sarah though. Her name is Sarah.
Sarah, okay. See?
What's her name?
It's like Bartman or Bartman.
One point for the millennials.
Thank you, Sarah.
Right. But y'all didn't even introduce it.
Oh, we gonna get to it. We always gonna get to it. It says here, since we got to do this research real quick. The story of the African woman who was victimized because she had the largest buttocks in history. Her name was Sarah Bartman. She was derived from Serete. She had extremely protruding buttocks and hips because of, oh Lord, that's a word, steatopyga, a condition that contributes to the accumulation of large amounts of fat in the buttock.
In other words, she had a fat ass. She had a black ass.
And they had never seen nothing like that, so they were really, making her, they always thought we were circus acts anyway.
Could you imagine the white boy look at that ass right there.
Touching it, feeling it, turn around, jump up and down, probably doing all type of stuff. So when Erykah came out at them white people awards,
she was making a statement.
She was making a statement. Yeah. And as soon as I seen it, I knew. I mean, because I instantly tuned in.
But you ain't know her last name.
I did not. You know what I'm saying? But I knew it first.
But it's okay because she said it. Don't be trying to come on her.
I got a half a point. Come on now.
She was on the yellow brick road.
I was there.
She was on the yellow brick road.
I'm a millennial too.
Do people still have that disease she had?
No, it's called BBL.
It's called BBL now.
Now they getting it put in, but then they getting them took out. So let's make it make sense. You get them put in to get them took out.
I know, but she had a medical condition, so that means she didn't put it in there.
No, that was white folks saying that shit. That
wasn't no medical condition.
Oh, okay.
She was just thick.
So it was just cellulite.
Some women are just blessed like that. But my thing is, whatever body that God gives you or you born with, love your body because it's your body.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And right. And somebody gonna love it. Stop trying to be something that you don't have to be. Be who you are. Let them love you for you.
You can't say big words like cellulite because there's some motherfucker walking around Home Depot right now. Hey, like, man, you know I'm
I need the R rating. I need the R rating. It's the R12.
All right, guys, but we're gonna introduce our guests that are here today. We have with us the incomparable actor, model, singer, songwriter, didn't know all that, director, Oscar Porter.
Hold, stop.
Okay, here we go.
What?
Here we go.
You said singer.
He's singing in the play.
I actually am singing in the play.
Thank you.
I know. Tell me about it.
Hold on, Oscar.
Hey, that's acting.
Hey, y'all.
That's acting.
Close your ears.
I'm not about to do now.
What the fuck are you singing, Oscar?
Bubba Lady Brown Sugar. Boy, it's what it's all about. Bubba Lady Brown Sugar. Listen to the happy beat. Bubba Lady Brown Sugar here.
Okay, stop.
So, hey, I love how Tia joined in. That's what's up.
What the fuck are you singing? Seriously,
I'm singing the blues.
You can hold a note.
Oh, I mean that's easy for you.
Okay,
you've been doing it half your life. Listen,
you're right. That's it.
Okay, but again, so we got Oscar Porter in the house, and also he has brought his castmate from their upcoming play by Mark Hunter, which we expect to sell out, which is called
What's a Man to Do?
All right, what's a man? Oh, they say that together.
You gotta say it like you say it in the play. Go ahead, hit that one.
But with him, he has Mr. Cornell Davis.
All right, now.
So Cornell, you gonna do that? What's a man to do? Do it like you do it in the play, so we can get a little feel.
What's a man to do?
Okay,
that's what it's called.
Okay,
it's way more aggressive in the play. Though. I don't want to yell up in here.
You don't want to yell like that.
You'll be okay.
Right, we free in here.
The rent was paid last month. So, question though. Shout out to Mark Hunter. Mark Hunter.
Shout out to Mark.
Why your ass ain't here? Okay. I just had that. You know, I call out people. Why your ass ain't here?
Did you invite him?
Huh?
Did you invite him?
I didn't invite your ass. You here?
I know, but yeah, I bet you if you invite him, he'll come.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll see about that next week. Maybe we can come through because the play isn't until when is the date?
19th.
Yep, April 19th.
So we got a little bit of time.
At the Northwest Activity Center, Paul Robeson Theater.
All right.
Yes, Paul
Theater.
Y'all taking it back to the Northwest? That's
Theater.
Is it Northwest Activity Center?
It's in there. Yeah, the theater is the theater though.
I like the flyer. Shout out to CC with them legs. Ooh. Hey CC.
Do you love me?
Who is that in the front?
Cece look good.
She do.
Who is the gentleman in the front?
Oh yeah. I forgot to say I play a 70-year-old man.
Oh, you play right age?
Yeah, I play your age.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I forgot I should ask you for pointer. That's why I'm growing the sideburns and stuff. I just don't walk around with these sideburns like this.
On that part, you like Dame Dash.
I know. Because I was an old 70s, blues singer.
Oh, okay.
I was the man back then.
Oh, so your name will be Lame Dash.
My name is Papa Do That.
Damn.
Oh, and what do Papa do?
I do that.
I know that.
He do that.
Okay, that's so dope.
How can Papa do that then?
I don't have no gas station chronicles because I was running late because I had a gout attack last night and it hit my toe. Yeah, it hit my toe.
Old man problem.
Oh, definitely got old man Papa Do That problems.
Yeah.
Papa Do That has seen the blues and he seen gout.
But he ain't got gout because he can still move.
Okay.
He just got a bad hip.
Like, what is wrong with y'all?
Right.
Mind you, it's first thing in the morning. Like,
Hey, Shan, cut his mic. When I do this.
That's it. You see this? That's it. Cut them. Niggas is done.
Done, son.
Done.
Finito.
I just sent you something about them damn things. But we'll talk about that later.
Why she eating it?
They said 22% of all.
She that blessed.
Come on.
22% of all meat that we eating is either human or rat meat that's coming from fast food restaurants.
I mean, do you not believe that to be true?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, she's eating.
But I mean,
Because I made it now.
finish it.
You said I made it now.
But if it still tastes like burger,
My Shan is
what's
the
the
G.
deal?
My Shan is the G. She said, I'm finishing this.
Yeah.
It's not far-fetched to me. I definitely believe it.
I definitely believe it.
Because where are the cows coming from? Somebody made a comment the other day. Have you ever seen a group of wild cows? There are no wild cows. Like they're always grazing and on a farm, but where are the cows at?
In China,
cows are domesticated.
In China,
It's not enough of them, is what she's saying.
Right.
You won't never see a bunch of them just coming as a pack for us to be eating them like that every
you
day.
don't see them traveling no more. You don't see farms no more. You don't see corn no more.
So where is this stuff coming from?
It's coming from out of the state, out of the country. They actually pay the farmers not to farm no more.
You know what? Yeah, we should get together, me, you, and Shannon. We should do a road trip and see if we can find some damn cows. Just as far as we can. That would be dope.
That's real dope. Let's document it.
I know we have to
because we want to know.
Yeah, we want to know.
I know we can find some cows at Baker's Lounge on Monday nights. Listen,
I was about to say Teresa's.
Oh my God!
Wow!
Oh my God!
You don't have to leave the city for that.
I had Teresa.
Teresa's. What's wrong with y'all? Shout out to Teresa's being back open.
You even got Kyle Surf.
I have never met Teresa. And everybody I know used to know Teresa and the owner and be there all the time. But I think isn't it like one way in? Somebody said it was like one way in.
It's 2 ways in.
I don't even know how you get in there. You just you get in the parking lot and you just be in. I don't even know how.
You more
like
you just more
and you stuck. Can't get out to 2 o'clock.
They teleport your ass in there, but
you can't leave till they tell you. Y'all gotta stop.
Like, don't move, or what do you live for?
Right.
Hey, y'all, let's go to the topic of the day right now. Sippy lady.
I think Tia gonna bring us in on that.
All or nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Tia.
What is it?
All or nothing.
All or nothing. Why y'all don't put that on me?
She said.
And she brought it in like that, right? All or nothing.
Good morning to the people who's checking us out right now.
Good morning. Good morning.
I know it could go so many ways.
It can go so many ways.
Just like my ex-girlfriend. Go ahead.
Like what does it mean to you? Like all or nothing. Like what does all or nothing mean to you?
Oh,
you all in and nothing all the time?
Listen, I believe in that theory. Right. I believe in that theory a whole lot because I had a friend named Kevin Blaque.
So you wouldn't take half?
No. I mean,
a third?
Nope.
All right.
Nope. I either want all of it or nothing.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
I feel like that's sick.
No, it's not sick.
I feel like that's a sick way of looking at stuff.
No, I'm gonna show you what's a sick way. Let me tell you something. Just imagine you be like, I asked for extra mayo, and he just take your hamburger bite into it like, hey, extra mayo, here you go. And he don't give all of it to you no more. You got something. Would you still accept it?
I don't understand that. I don't get that example. If you can give me something better, I don't like that example. That didn't work for me.
Okay.
That didn't do it.
Well, I put it like this. Hypothetically speaking, for women to give birth and they just give half of your child to you because the other part is left in you, would you take it?
Okay, so let's just be realistic, right? So, we're gonna be on a more realistic standpoint, right?
She's like, give another example.
I mean, I just want, you know what I'm saying? Because don't confuse me.
What about a cake?
You know what I'm
Somebody
saying?
give you a birthday cake, and would you want a birthday cake with a piece out of it before they gave it to you?
Yeah, would you want that?
Or would you want the whole cake? To be honest with you, if nobody else got me a cake, yes. I want
What about a relationship?
Ooh.
Okay, now this is where it gets really real. Now this is when it gets really real. Having a piece of man is better than having no man at all. I heard that on the phone before. I heard that, and it all depends on the man. If this is a good man, just that little piece might be enough for you.
I tell you what,
you don't know what I want. Y'all don't know what I'm doing right now. People don't know how busy I am. So just a little piece might be enough for me.
You're not gonna throw away a jack for a messed up bumper.
Come on now, because it can still get you there, right?
It all depends if it's totaled or not.
That's all I'm saying.
But
So
if the engine
especially in
good and it's
relationships,
still running, it's still a jag.
So
but the bottom line,
I like the way you shot your shot, man. You cool in the motherfucker.
But the bottom line,
what about a man?
Tia didn't even take it down court. She's like, hold on, let me stop right here. Technical difficulty.
But see, this is really deep because.
So
unnecessary reference.
No, I think that's the problem with most women too. They do accept half of the dude, and when you do that, you accept an all male. And
you're accepting what?
All males. Men don't give you half of them. A man would never give you half of himself.
That's what I'm saying.
He would give you all or nothing. In most cases, a man would never. No, I said a man. I said a man.
Yeah, no, not necessarily.
That is just not
not
true.
necessarily.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be for real.
Right here, Jesus agreed.
Look, because sometimes you can be in a relationship just to occupy the time, and you don't even really want to give her all of you because you don't plan on being. You still a man,
not a man.
right? You still a man.
No,
but are you giving her all of you while you're with her?
No.
That's the difference.
Because I don't want to be with her forever.
Because if I'm giving each woman all of me, then each one of y'all getting all of me in that moment, and then I go to the next one, she getting all of me.
That's how it is. That's what I was thinking. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Don't fuck
but
no,
we have
just hear them out.
Yeah, but when you look at life, all we have are moments anyway.
That's it.
Amen.
The time is always right now.
At the end of the day, all we have right now is this moment.
Is right now.
So at the end of the day, I don't care who you want to. every time you interact with somebody, it's a relationship.
Come on now.
Whether it's for 5 minutes or for 5 years, you're in relationship at that time. Like we're all here right now. We're all in relationship at this moment.
And nothing else matters right now. Everybody's giving their all right now. You know? Come on.
Yeah, but right now I feel like I'm in Triumph Church because y'all just said let's just fuck while we can. That's what you just said.
We did not say that.
Nobody said that. You just go so far.
I'm with you, Miles.
That's that Triumph shit. Like we all together, my brothers.
No, I'm not. All I'm saying is that every day we have a new day. Okay, and so the only thing we could do is do whatever we gonna do for today because yesterday is gone forever. So if somebody pissed you off yesterday, forget their ass and move on. Living today, don't hold on to bad feelings because there's no point. Just don't fuck with them no more. I'm just saying. Today's the day, so I can't worry about what somebody did yesterday. And I think sometimes when you're in relations with different people, so the woman will be like, I want all or nothing, and the man don't want to give her that, or the woman don't want to give him that. You know what I'm saying? Because it goes both ways. So, but if you guys have an understanding, it's all about communication.
Well, that's bullshit when it comes to. So how about what I'm saying is this? Like, don't get me wrong. And I have been victimized, and I have been the predator in a sense of relationships.
A 2 at 10 is a 10 at 2.
Ain't that about a bitch? At least I write 2 times a day. But
that ain't what that means. But after you explain it, I'll explain what that means.
Don't worry about it. You'll forget. You old. Let's put it out there. No, I'm seriously. I'm serious. Like when a man loves a woman, majority of the times, and they get married, okay, they're not there to occupy time, okay?
Right, when they get married.
Yeah.
Right. When they get married. But before then.
Right.
Let's stop making everything so you want to go so marriage, far and so deep.
Right.
It's not. We're not even at that state yet.
Because
we just met you.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Some people can be in a relationship longer. Wait a minute. Some people be in relationships longer than people are longer than people who are married.
And that works for them. We gotta let stuff that work for people work for people. Everybody is not marriage material. Everybody's not gonna get married. Everybody ain't into all of that.
But what I'm saying, everything is not a movie. So what I'm saying is,
well, art does imitate life. So everything is a movie. It is. I agree.
You can't cut somebody in some shit and just edit that bitch in like we married. You have listen. Everything has a process.
Okay, Dr. Martin.
But you got to understand when you're talking to actors, this is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So life means you living the actor's life. So it does become a movie. It's a movie.
So just imagine yourself being the main character, and everybody around is either supporting characters, extras, or
that's life.
That is life. That's how we live.
So how about this? End scene. So now
cut. This is sick, y'all. He is sick.
Let's get to some real shit. When it boils down to it, in life you have choices to make, right? And if you're not willing to lose it all, you're really not going to be willing to gain anything. Because at your split second of you losing it all, something is going to happen, and you're going to either realize you're going to fight or flight. And most people choose just to take flight because it's easier. It's easier, and it's easier to blame people, right? I had a friend named Kevin Blaque. He's a VP of Interscope Records, and he said at the worst moment when he had Eminem, he said he did not know what to do with that white boy. He said he's a white boy who rapped like nobody, where he couldn't get black radio to play it, right? So what he did, he set out a plan to just make people think they got gold, and they said he white labeled Eminem Records and sent them out to every DJ in the fucking world that he had an email or address to. And then when he made people realize that they had something good, so people would play the record act like they the only ones that got it because it's white label, right? So now Eminem becoming this phenomenon all over the world, not knowing people over the world ain't talking about this record because they are supposed to have this record. So what happens is,
So it's propaganda.
Yes, but that's how life goes, and that's the problem with most people. They white label their relationships a whole lot. Okay, in different rooms they talk and walk different. In the different people's lives they talk and walk different. And when you really meet the person you really need to meet, it'd be too late majority of the times. And that's what happened with the Eminem thing. By the time the world figured it out, it was too late. He was already fucking hot, and he's only hot through propaganda. He is labeled as the best rapper in the world only because the world was introduced to him at the same time, and most people don't get it. You feel me?
They've been doing that though. That's what white chocolate R&B is.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, they've been doing that. They made a lot of white people famous because we thought they was black. We listened to all that music. We
they
jamming to it.
They mimicked us.
Oh no, they was killing it. Yeah, Kenny Loggins was killing it.
I mean, but I'm saying, but they did mimic. They were copying.
So just imagine that in relationships. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
People don't understand. You have to give it your all, because then you can never say that you really tried.
But that's what he's saying. Like you do give it your all at that moment. You know what I'm saying? But when that moment is over, you give every moment your all.
Well,
whatever situation it is.
I put it like this: you're a mother. You was a young mother. You gave it your all every chance you had, and that's what I'm trying to say.
So it's still the same. Every chance I get, I'm giving. It's still the same. It's still one.
I know what you're saying. You
just make it make sense.
I'm trying,
but I think
I'm still getting my all.
And it's just like with life. Period. Whatever decisions you make, like
hey,
if
Brittany.
you, hey Britt, whatever decisions you make, you have to get with the all or nothing thing. You have to give it your all. Like sometimes people say, choose one thing and be good at one thing, because you can be the jack of all trades and the master of none. Master something.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, that statement goes long. You know, master none, but still one is better than not having.
No.
Because people don't ever finish it.
Right.
And that be the part right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We never finished that. We never finished nothing.
Well, I mean,
some people.
but
all or nothing. This is what you're saying right there. But no,
she
just gave some, and that was good enough in that moment.
And this is what I was about to say. We've been brought up in survival. Well, some of us have been brought up in survival mode. So we can't give our all, because we have to make sure we still around to keep on going. And if we were afforded the ability to fail, you know, like some of them people, then we have a lot more.
You can say white people on here.
Okay. But it ain't just white people.
Like our counterparts.
Them Chaldeans, they
yeah, but that's because the government, when they came here, they gave them everything.
They're afforded the ability to fail.
They didn't give them everything.
Well, they
no, they had credit. They gave them credit.
No, listen.
I used to work in. You sell furniture.
Chaldeans come through the pathway of Catholicism. They come through the way of Catholics. So they wasn't given what most people they given. White folks is the first niggas, and Chaldeans is the worst niggas. Just remember that.
Go on Joy Road and Greenfield. Chaldeans all up in the midst office.
And why black folks ain't?
Huh?
Okay, huh?
Because they've been cut off.
No, because we stupid.
No, because we so busy trying to be hard and do it on our own when knowledge is power, and that's just the bottom line. And they come and they learn how to work the system.
They did.
The system is available for them.
Yeah. Didn't they get sued for like predatory lending a while ago when Obama became president? They had exposed banks.
So what have we sued for? Exactly. That's my whole point. We don't really hold ourselves accountable for a lot of shit. Like all these stores
we don't hold ourselves in high regard either.
Owned by Chaldeans, was owned by black folks.
They sure were.
But we got tricked with going to move to Florida and shit.
And going and moving out to the suburbs.
The owners in my neighborhood, the owners was stocking the shelves still.
Wow.
Well, I'm gonna say this. When I was
started smoking crack, and then
when I was growing up, everything in my neighborhood was.
See what you did?
But wait a minute, everything in my neighborhood was black owned. But what happened is, black people
I don't believe this shit right here.
But the owners, became such elitists that they wanted to sell their businesses, but they wouldn't sell them to other black people.
That's true.
And it's like, when are we gonna stop hating ourselves? When we gonna stop hating each other and pour into each other? And then like that's
what timeline are we speaking of?
When grandma's gonna give out the macaroni and cheese
within the last 20 years?
Yeah, right before you turn 12.
So this was already after the riots and they burned everything down. Then we got back on. Black people got back on, and then they
never fell off.
We never fell off. So that history is wrong.
We never fell off. The history of those riots was basically the looting part. You understand that was in a particular area, but there was another area, 7 Mile, Wyoming, 7 Mile, Woodward, and all that area. That wasn't the riots going on over in that area.
Because and like even when you watch The Temptations, right? Because this is what I'm thinking about. This is where I'm getting this from. You know what I'm saying? It was something that happened in this movie, because I wasn't there, but it was something that happened in this movie. They left, and when they came back, it was all of the black businesses were gone. It was a mess.
But it was that particular area.
So then some people did fall off.
That was along 12th and the Boulevard.
Yeah, 12th and the Boulevard.
So it was just that one area.
This in the northwestern area.
So about how many businesses do you guys think that was?
A whole bunch.
Okay, so for you guys to sit here and tell me that people didn't fall off, it was just why would y'all do that?
Do what?
No, what he's saying is,
y'all said they didn't fall off. But then y'all said we lost a lot of business. I'm just trying to know.
But the whole thing is that one demographic it's not everybody.
Right.
It's like 10%.
Okay. So then 90% of black people, we still had businesses, but we wouldn't sell them to each other.
And then, like he said, people got hooked on crack rock.
And then some of those businesses moved. After that area burned up, then they moved to 7 Mile.
But some of them, they wanted them to move anyway. And then they wanted them to move anyway because they were close to downtown.
Because the history that I was taught, like these people were pushed out. Like black people were striving and they were pushed out. Black Bottom area, they were pushed out.
For a freeway.
For DeQuinder Cut at this point now. You know what I'm saying?
That's the northwestern region.
But it was 375 first.
Okay.
I mean that free.
But that was the most. That was the biggest area. You know what I'm saying?
That was another area.
But if you Google it, they're gonna say that was the. And even when I walk down there and I read the everything that they have up, they say that was the biggest area for black businesses, and now it's the 7 in Livernois, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to see. Hi.
Hey. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Hey, Tia, let me give you a little history lesson about black entrepreneurs in Detroit.
You need to say hi first.
Right, because he just jumped in.
You need to say hi first.
Good morning.
Grand Rising King.
Hey.
Grand Rising. But look, what I'm saying is what happened was couple things happened. Reason why you have so many Chaldean and Jewish and Arab businesses in Detroit. What happened was, this is something, all you got to do is ask a boomer that's been working here that's been here in Detroit at least 60, 70 years. They'll tell you. What happened was the white people left in droves. Like in 67, like after the riots, they were already leaving before that. They were already pushing out of the neighborhoods.
They moved out to the burbs.
And the black realtors was upselling to black folks. And what they would do is the white realtors and the black realtors would hire a black girl to walk down the street with a carriage. And next thing you know, on that particular block, every house was starting to be sold. So once they left, you had a lot of black money, whether you had a lot of entrepreneurs or you had people that worked at the plant, and we had a lot of street money. So
them number runners was the
numbers runners and the pimps and the drug dealers, because heroin got dropped in our community the very following year in 68. Very following year.
And that's where they got the idea from the lottery.
And it got dropped in the community.
It got dropped in the community. The mafia did.
Oh,
the
CIA.
The mob. The government.
CIA. With the CIA. The CIA allowed it. And the mob got out of the business of distributing it, and so they gave it to a lot of black folks. So what we ended up doing, we bought. So we had like maybe a 5 or 6 year period where every grocery store, every liquor store, every gas station was black owned. Then the younger generation came in right behind them. Right, a lot of people were still, because we had the second migration of black folks moving from the South. Right, so at one point, all the automakers, because they didn't want no more riots in the city, so there was this whole new Detroit thing, right? So what they decided to do was put kiosks on every corner. So it could be Chrysler on that corner, Ford on that corner, Michigan Bell on that corner. You could work for the city on that corner, and if you walked up, you could get a job. They wasn't piss testing, they wasn't doing no background checks, and they promised them, to calm them down, they promised them 30 years and out. Give us 30 years, we're going to take care of you, give you a pension, and you're good, right?
Yeah.
So all the black people who had money decided not to buy into those businesses. And so what happened was in 67, all around the riot was happening, you had an immigration law which allowed a lot of Palestinian, Iraqi people that were displaced. We were allowing refugees into our country, big time. And so they absorbed the Chaldean, what we call Chaldean Town now, which is 7 miles away, where it used to be a black enclave because it was just north of Highland Park. They came in and they bought all the businesses, and a lot of our parents, my parents, a lot of like Miles people, everybody went into the plants.
Yeah.
And so we had economic power in a lot of cases, but I think a lot of young people just think that we never owned. No. We actually owned every gas station, everything, and we gave it up.
And this is one of the only cities in America that was going in there. Okay. And most people didn't know that. That's the problem. At one point, by the time when you was 10 years old, Detroit had over 2 million people living in it.
Shout out to Coleman Young.
Shout out to Coleman Young.
But see, where I was going with it. Like, it was more of a strategic push out. Like, it wasn't like black people just was like, all right, we just going to work at the plants, or we just was selling out. It was just like they were bribing us. They was putting stuff in our way every which way that they could.
It's called smoke and mirrors. It's called smoke and mirrors.
It was somewhat of a bribery because you got because you had 2 different migrations of black people that moved to Detroit since the 1900s. The first group of black people were basically skilled trades. They were masons, they were doctors. And then you had the southern push up in the 40s through the 70s, right? The second migration. And a lot of those people, they didn't have entrepreneurial spirit in them. They're coming from the South. They just want to work.
Yeah, because they were like sharecroppers in the South.
Exactly. So they come up, they didn't have the business acumen.
But they were good workers, so that's why they got into the plant.
Because one thing that my father told me, he was like, if you came to those kiosks I was telling you about, if you walked up and the first thing they're gonna ask you, are you from Detroit or where you from? And if you say you're from Georgia, or you say you're from Tennessee or Alabama, pull you right up to the line and they hire you right in. But if you say you were black and you were from Detroit, step back.
Yeah, they send you to the end. They send you to the end of the line.
And then the end of the line. Yeah. And so they wanted good, obedient workers who was going to take
obedient. Yes, massa.
Yeah, because guess what? In the South, you got a lot of understanding that in this city, the true competitor was the white man versus the black man, because the black man had everything the white man had by working at the plant.
Yeah. And I made a statement earlier.
Thank you, Dorian.
Thank you, Dorian, for calling.
Right, that was wonderful.
That was a word.
A whole history lesson. He broke it down.
And you don't have to go to church for that. This is free right here on the Rap God One Show. Don't forget to give us a call at 810-560-0658. 810-560-0658.
If you're going to be...
No, go. Which one?
I wasn't gonna say that.
But with that being said, though, back then the people were successful because they did have an all or nothing mentality.
I mean, most definitely. I mean, we was probably the most successful people in the whole country. We got to realize we had the first freeway, the first highway. So there's a lot of things that we learned that other cities and states wasn't even familiar with.
But this is why we are the way we are. Still to this day, we're still descendants of that. You know, we still act like we that.
But we fucked up.
But we just ain't doing the work no more. Like, we act like that, but I don't know. The work is still being put in, you know.
The original plants were made to be farms anyway. So they came from down south, and they was used to being. They was farmers. So going into the plant was nothing but doing what you was doing from back at home.
And shout out to George Washington Carver.
The peanut.
No, it's more than that.
No, he invented a lot. You're all out of control.
I mean, but Ford actually got Carver to do other stuff, to aggregate vegetables, fruits, and things of that nature. And shout out to if people start doing their history, like I tell people, the most important thing you need to do is read, because it's right there in plain sight.
But it's like everything.
But if you talk to those people that was really here, like he said, go talk to a boomer.
Yeah, I mean, I was here.
I mean, my mother 83. So, but what I was gonna say, I was reading something, and they were like, okay, the black man invented the traffic light, and then the white man invented the ticket.
Yeah.
It's like everything that black people create, they find a way to profit off of.
That is really something.
Well, say what it is.
That's deep.
What happened is they make a law for it. Okay. See, we wasn't big on laws. So hypothetically speaking, that's what I tell anybody who create or invent something, always create a trap door, what I call a trap door. Don't never create something to where you cannot get back in your own shit.
Okay. You can't be big on laws if you can't vote.
Right. Hold on. But no, it wasn't about that. But that's why you have your own group of people. Like the Indians had their own laws. It's just certain things that they just won't do.
They wouldn't walk on that land. That's what it is. Don't come on this land.
Yeah, but other cultures have it now to this day. In Islam, for the Muslims, like, right, when you borrow money in their banks, they don't charge you interest. So because this is their culture, that's why when I go shop in Islamic territory. I buy their meats from halal meat parts because they not going to poison their own group of people.
They're not.
And then when you go to a regular market, like it's a market called Papaya, right? They got 4 papaya grocery markets nearby. They don't have one. They have 4, right? And you can go buy 10 damn limes for $2. You can't go there at no other grocery. 10 limes for $2?
No, you can't. But you know what else? It goes back to everything goes back to just social economics because
10 limes.
Somebody who like putting them in their water. Because I like putting limes in my water. But like just like it's an area out in Novi. It's an area out in Novi, and
that's a limit.
It is an area out in Novi, and they were discriminating against the Indian people. They would not sell Indian people homes. So what the Indian people did, they got together. They bought them a plot of land. They went to that Singh, because that is Indian owned, and they bought them a plot of land and built their own community. Yeah. Now that's some boss stuff, and that's some stuff that we need to get together to do. But they got together and built them a whole community, and everybody lives in that community is Indian.
We're so obsessed with wanting to be a part of with them. You know what I'm saying? With the others, like with the whiteys, we are obsessed with. We want to put our kids in their schools. We want to move into their neighborhoods. Nobody is saying, "All right, we about to move back."
Let's get
your childhood neighborhood. It's like, no, I'm moving to Sterling Heights. You know what I'm saying? Right. Nobody wants to do that. So it's like we're obsessed with being with this group of people.
It's the school system. I'm not going to bring my kid into a bad school system.
But the other school systems aren't really that good either for your kid.
Listen,
like I got kids in a predominantly white school system, and they feel attacked every single day.
But they have a smaller class size.
Well, here's the thing,
and they're getting more attention. They got 3-4 teachers in that class.
But I'm saying is, I just know this from a fact. Cause what?
Just say it.
No.
I mean,
hold on, because if I don't say nothing, she gonna talk. Okay,
go ahead. No, but I'm just gonna say it's just messed up. But we allowed it to get to this point. We allowed it to get to this point. We started the separation. I mean, the separation is real. They set up the trap, and we fell into it. We started saying, "Oh my gosh, let me sell my house in Detroit and move out to the suburbs." And now all of them are moving back. My mother's in her neighborhood. It's all Caucasian people. I be like, okay, they be walking down the street. They coming back to the city. That was the plan all along because they went out. They're out there selling their houses for $400,000 that is the size of a matchbox. You going out there buying their house, they keep their house for however many years, sell it for $400,000 and coming back to the city and buying a house for $50,000
or for 40.
And you got to remember too, the government, moved you out of grandma's house and gave you subsidies to move into those places for $12, $15 a month,
and make you not even think about like you got to understand. It was so strategic.
But
you don't even think if your rent $15, I ain't thinking about owning no house.
Yeah,
I'm not about to go pay no $600, $700 mortgage when I can pay $15 every month.
Right.
They can't think past that.
It's a trick. We were never
a curse.
We was talking about how people was focused on moving out of state, right, and putting different school systems, right. The truth of the matter is, we so busy being individuals. Okay,
we're not collective,
and we don't work as a group of people. There's no way in the world, like when I was younger, I lived by a 90-10 rule. 90% of my money go to to black businesses, 10% go to others, right? That's why you never see me weirdly. I'm not going to never go out and buy designer shit. Before I go buy designer shit, I'll buy a Tia Black shirt. I'll buy somebody else's shirt. I'll buy a Moneyball shirt.
Moneyball.
Because
shout out.
What I've learned was group economics is important. And if we don't study group economics, we always will forever be lost. If you go to Sterling Heights or Madison Heights, you can walk in a Korean store, a Vietnamese store. Where is our African-owned stores? And this is the part. This is why
we used to have one on 6 Mile. It used to be one
African-owned stores. We got African restaurants and stores on Livernois.
No. What I'm about to say. Hold on. Wait a minute. My cousin used to own an African store over there off of the lodge. They had it. It was like they owned the whole complex at one point in time, and then something happened.
Livernois and what?
I didn't say Livernois. I said off the lodge.
Okay, off the lodge. What I'm trying to say is, we don't have African stores to deal with customs and stuff like that. When you go to Sterling Heights, you can go buy a fucking Asian octopus out that bitch, right? What I'm trying to tell you is that they live in their culture. I ain't talking about dashikis. I'm not either. No, I'm just giving you an example. I'm talking about, but you also said had. I'm not talking about what people had.
Yeah, because things happen and they're no longer alive, so that's why it closed down.
But why no one took it over?
Right. I don't know because they don't trust us as consumers. They don't want our money.
Don't that mean that we bought into the lie about black people though from them people?
Oh, and can I say?
Don't that mean that we bought into the lie that they told us about ourselves?
Yes.
Collectively.
Yes, collectively.
Not only that we buy into it, we reinforce it.
Yeah. We're obsessed with it.
And we hate each other. That's the thing. We need to learn self-love and learn how to love each other and support each other. We don't love each other. We don't support each other. We always like crabs in a barrel. I'm jealous of this. I'm jealous of that. You got this. You got. I don't give a damn what you got. I don't care what you're doing. I wish you well. I hope that you're doing well in your life. If it's something that I can do to support you, then I will. But more people need to have that mentality and always saying, she hating on me, she jealous of me, or he did it. And it's not even like that.
And you gotta remember, a lot of times, right? Those people, they hate each other because they were taught to hate themselves. Yeah. So self-love is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's easy to pass on when you're not loving yourself.
So and can I say this one more? I want to end it with this with the Africans and why they're not here. No, for real. This is just to why the Africans are not in Detroit like that. So when Africans come here and they go through their whole immigration stuff and they got to watch their video, in that video, it's a 2-hour video. Majority of the video, they're telling them the do's and the don'ts. And the don'ts, they say like the majority of the video is they're showing black people with sagging pants. They're showing the men hats on, sagging pants, hoodies. They're telling them, stay away from this group. Stay away from these people. So before they even get out of that whole little cycle, they're already looking at us and scared of us, and they don't identify with us.
Because black people in America are the only ones that don't have culture.
This is the thing.
So they look at us like we're not cultured, and they look down on us.
So they're not going to come to Detroit and set up shop when they already been taught before they even get. Do not go over there. Don't identify. And this is why they have that standoff persona towards us.
But I'm not talking about the Africans that's coming over here. I'm talking about the African people or African culture people that's already here.
Yeah.
Because here's
the ones driving the Ubers now.
No, not even the ones driving the Ubers.
No, because half of my family on one side are African. They're from Nigeria, but they are all like doctors and lawyers, and they live out. And that's why I have had a lot of the African experience. Some things I do know, some things I don't know. Because like I said, that's the other side of the family. But I
went to one of those picnics. It's like a 4th of July African picnic. Listen, let me tell you. I'm trying to tell y'all, it was so. I didn't even know it was that many Africans here in Michigan. It was so packed. It was so many people. I couldn't believe it.
But with them though, they're either really, really educated or either they're scoundrels.
Yeah, and they serve themselves. They serve themselves.
I'm about to say,
they stay with their community. They take care of each other.
If anybody ever go to an African wedding,
yes, or
Indian wedding, anything that's dealing with people over in the Middle East, you will see, we crazy. because it's nowhere in the fucking world they living like that and we living like this.
Yes.
There's nowhere in the world while we talking shit. We talking about churches ain't shit, but now they owned by all Indians.
So what is black culture then?
We don't have a culture. I've been telling people this
so
for years.
So what's white culture?
Niggas.
They steal everything from niggas. So what, we gotta have a culture.
No,
besides the one they give us, we gotta have something.
Listen to me, Jesus.
Black Jesus. Put a black on that.
You gotta put the black in
that. Jesus.
The truth is, we color based and not culturally based. Whites and blacks. We culturally we color based and not culturally based.
It's not even real.
What you mean it's not real?
Race. It's not real.
What is
because everybody
it's just a created, simulated situation. I don't even know what this is, but if you really think about it, if you really break this down, it's not even real. You can.
That's very true. Because race was created. If you read the book by J. Rogers, Sex and Race, right? Sex and race was created by white folks. Okay,
to separate people.
Yeah. So, but we still fall into this thing.
You fall into that trap door.
So I forgot the name of this white lady. Is her name Julian or Juliet? The white lady, the old white lady.
Yeah, she be coming.
Yeah. So she broke down the race things. But this is how white folks always lose with her, because she used with their terminology in today's life. And so when she said, "Name one person in here would change their life with a black person right now," raise your hand. And nobody raised their hand. Nobody. Because they know it's systematically created for us to be immature, premature.
Come on now.
And we will follow in our own relationships. We will look at another woman as looking better than our wife, right? And
not a white woman.
Hold on.
Oh. I was like, no, white, but you look better than me.
And you know,
that's where we draw the line today. I'm joking. Go ahead.
Unless it was Bo Derek in the movie 10. No, Bo Derek had it going on. They had that bitch tanned up. She was pale as shit, but in that movie,
she was tan. It gave her a little okay.
And if you ask those same group of white people if they can be black for one night,
would they? They'd say yes.
Yes.
And like I tell people, our founding father, our founding father, George Washington, never had a white child, and people understand his own wife can never bear children.
So he was having black kids. Where are those kids now?
I mean, they dead. Then the motherfucker.
No, they're kids. And their kids.
They probably right and to make them
they back whitewashed.
Yeah, they make
they whitewashed. Have you ever met a white man last name Washington?
He wasn't white. Is what you're telling me?
No, he had children by black men.
And all his kids got wood teeth. That's how you look for the wood teeth.
Why is his name Washington then?
Well,
because he had a black daddy, so he was mixed or something. And he probably passed that paper bag test, and boom.
No,
that's it. I just cracked the code. He's black now.
She cracked the code.
Who on the phone?
Call you there.
Good morning, y'all.
Oh, what up, though, Calvin?
Good morning, Calvin.
Hi.
Hey man, look, it's like this.
Hey man, say all
right.
Until we get off the colorism and the consumerism and the materialism train, group economics can't live.
Come on.
And you know what?
There we go.
So,
and that's the end of that.
So all that, don't go to Walmart on Thursday and don't do this on Friday, and we gon' it's nothing. It's not. It's
no, Walmart ain't the problem though, Cam.
It's a flex of power that's showing that we are contributing to this.
No, that's showing how stupid we are, because no matter
people shop the day before and they don't go the next
day. Still
day.
more white folks
right
than black folks.
But we don't want to spend it.
No, you're saying that everyone is spending. Welfare was created for white folks. Right. That's how they know how.
But black people are the number one consumers, and we know that. So we spend the most money. We the only one. White people ain't spending like that. That's us.
I wonder who told us that.
Same people that told us everything else that you saying.
We spending on a lot that we shouldn't be though.
Yeah. So
on gym shoes.
Like how many niggas gonna be at Gucci lined up today?
Right.
For what?
Downtown.
Try to boycott them.
I was just about to say that. So no matter what number someone told us, right? There are more white folks in America than any other culture or race. We automatically know that. Census say that
And who told us the census?
Right. I don't
It's the
believe
same
the
numbers.
census.
We are not a minority. Stop that. And that's the thing. You think we a minority, so in your head, that's what it is.
Worldwide.
We in Minnesota. Right. We in Minnesota. We in Wyoming. We everywhere.
We're not a minority.
All I'm trying to say, I'm gonna show you a minority. Go downtown to any.
And I'm about to tell you why we're not a minority.
Okay, wow.
Because everybody that's not white is black. Every other race. If you ain't white, you black. Period.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Chaldeans white.
They label Mexicans white.
Chaldeans black.
Wait a minute.
No, they do.
Everybody for sure want to look black.
They Caucasian.
That part.
Listen, Chaldeans.
Well, they need to stop that.
But it's crazy because in every race they always discriminate against their brown people.
Yeah.
I mean, because,
that is true.
Because biblically, the darker people was known as the wicked people. No, wicked. So they were known as wicked people. They would take the darkest person, and that's who they'd kill
That
first.
was it. Yep.
That's your problem, huh, man?
What?
I'm gonna say what my grandmother used to say, because in my family we the Rainbow Coalition. You can't eat no color.
Yeah.
So we didn't talk about color.
That's what I'm saying.
You nasty.
Eat the color.
That's a big talk. Man. We gotta get over though that colorism.
Wow,
we have to.
Colorism is serious. I've seen a whole podcast disseminate because of colorism.
Wow.
For real?
Yeah. Respectfully speaking.
Because of colorism?
You remember y'all had the colorism conversation?
Wow.
We never did.
That anyway, we don't
She just
leave
found out.
the podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you know what's crazy? Wait a minute. I was supposed to be on the show that day, but I didn't come.
Yeah,
And I was glad.
It was the colorism.
Because I was like,
and everybody was arguing. It was crazy. Girl, boy walked out that day like, I'm straight.
And it never was the same after that.
Never.
nope. That's why it flipped over. And it's a new.
And I want to tell y'all, I know that's probably what you guys thought on the air, but that's not why it flipped over. And we were already going through stuff before we got on that show, and that's why it came out on that show. It had nothing to do with colorism for real.
It was you darkies.
So what's a man to do? What's a man to do?
Okay, but anyway, let's focus on our guests. We do have guests in the house today, and we want to talk about what they have going on. We are going to be at the Northwest Activity Center on April 19th, and we're going to see Oscar star in What's a Man to Do. Why don't you give us a little
Cornell starring in it too.
And Cornell. Cornell Davis.
He's the one in the back.
Yeah, I'm shiesty up in here.
I can tell he's in the back.
Okay, so they are both on the flyer. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your character?
Oh, Papa Do That. Papa Do That is
what does Papa Do That mean? That sounds a little hankty.
I'm an old blues player, you know, and I'm
alcoholic.
I'm not an alcoholic. I stay away from the alcohol. I used to be an alcoholic. Right. I used to be an alcoholic, but you know, something happened, and this is a play about forgiveness. Right. Okay. So I'm not the only story in the play. Okay. You know, it's like 4 stories. Yeah, you know,
it's life.
That's how Mark writes. You know, it's not just one issue.
Shout out to Mark.
Mark Hunter.
He writes confused.
Okay, well maybe Mark we can have you on next week.
And that's why you come and watch the play, so you won't be confused.
Right. Well, Mark is a hell of a writer. Shout out to Mark Hunter, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark Hunter, wherever you are.
We got some great actors and actresses in the play.
Who is in the play?
I got to turn off my.
We got a list. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, I know Carmen Michelle is in there. I saw Cece in there. I see Oscar Porter, and who else?
Black Jesus.
Starring Terrence. We got who we got? Demaya. She playing my wife up in the movie. Mimi.
Yeah.
We got Pamela.
Pamela Henry. Y'all remember Pamela Henry?
Yeah, Pamela Henry.
Yeah, she beast. And her son Donovan is in it too.
Oh, cool. That's dope.
Yeah. Kim Pintos, she in there.
Yeah.
You know.
Shout out to Pintos and Oscar. They was in my first miniseries that I ever shot.
Show was.
Martina Brown too. She cold. She playing Sharon.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all got an all-star cast. This is gonna be really dope.
Jeff Harris.
Playing Marco.
Yep. Is it Ken Harris? His older brother.
Oh yeah, his older brother.
Okay,
so
sound like Mark Hunter got a couple of dollars. That's a nice payroll.
So going through this process of doing this play, what can you say? One of the main things that you're going to take away from it, as far as with the cast? What's been some fun moments with you guys?
You want to get that one?
some fun moments or just some fun moments is just pretty much going through the motion of seeing everybody pull their character out of being somebody completely different. Like, you as a person is this, but you have to play this person and make it believable for me. And then you don't get really no mess ups when you live on stage. So I think that's something that was major for me to pull from it, because being on the set and on the film, you could just press cut, okay, redo this. Live, ain't you got to get in that mindset and become that person for the whole time.
And you don't get no redos. You gotta wing it.
You gotta ace that right now.
And we have some drama in this play.
Oh yeah, some drama.
And we got some comedy in this play.
Hey, I know one thing.
So you gonna laugh, you gonna cry.
Oh, you gonna laugh.
You gonna have all the feels.
You gonna laugh, you gonna cry. We gonna pull it out of you.
Oh yeah.
And some of it's gonna make you do both of them at the same time.
Yeah,
that's nasty.
Y'all ain't gonna like me.
You nasty.
Shout out to Black Jesus. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you to act as Jesus, because nigga, you got some characteristics. You got some facial features that look like Jesus.
Y'all heard him say y'all ain't gonna like him. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna like
in the play.
I mean, don't worry about it. We don't like Oscar, so he is.
So we gonna have to get the crew together, T, and go see this play.
We gonna have to, yeah. So it's April 19th, right?
Yep.
Is it 2 shows or 1?
2 shows.
Okay.
4 and 7.
How do you get the tickets? Where do you find the tickets?
Each cast 4 and 8. 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Each cast member has tickets. They have them at God's World, and I believe they have them at the Northwest. I'm not sure.
What about Eventbrite?
So are they first come, first serve?
I'm not sure if they're on Eventbrite, but
so you seat yourself, or
we get the information is on the flyer.
Scan code, y'all on them big flyers too. Is scan code, so you can scan.
It's called QR code.
QR code, you know.
Also, if you go to Eventbrite, just look up what's a man to do and Mark Hunter, and you should get the tickets right off.
Oh, it is on Eventbrite.
Yeah, that's what my producer just told me. Hey, listen, you know what time it is already. It's 10:30, so we're about to take a break real quick. Y'all watching the Rise and Grind Morning Show right here on podcast. And go to YouTube, type in Rise and Grind Morning Show, and subscribe. I want to ask our guests right now, if you can, take your time to go to YouTube, type in Rise and Grind Morning Show, and please subscribe. We'll be right back, y'all.
Don't you go nowhere.
I like that voice, girl. Sound like a good porn line. Don't you go nowhere.
Get ready for a night of lyrics and laughter. April 19th in Music Hall with Grammy Award winner Chrisette Michelle. Also, the smooth sounds of Kindred the Family Soul. And on the same show, get your laugh on with comedian Bruce.
Man, I went to church with my aunt. Teresa and get up to 12:30. We didn't leave out of Friday evening by 4 o'clock.
And your celebrity host, Omar Gooding. Tickets on sale now. Available at Ticketmaster and the Music Hall box office.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair.
So I'm gonna be like Queen Latifah and these bitches set it off. I ain't risking my life for no $2,000. You got $1 million in the hood. Somebody gonna fuck around and rob that motherfucker. You see a bitch, and smack a bitch.
Hey, real quick, I know you guys are enjoying the show. Yes, we are always having a good time on the Rise and Grind Show. But please, do me a favor. Go to YouTube, type in Rise and Grind Morning Show. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Therefore, you can always be in tune with our live content and interact with us, be in the comments, and we can keep bringing dope, hot content to you. Now, we're going right back to the show.
I see right now. I guess think we playing with them. We hold it. We'll close these doors. Everybody gonna subscribe today. Everybody. So we talking about all or nothing right here at the topic of today's show. We having great fun.
I have a question for the guys.
Okay.
Did you guys start off in theater or did you start off with film?
I've been acting since I was 5 years old.
Okay.
So it wasn't no film.
You've been playing roles your whole life.
Well, I mean, it started off in grade school.
Mm-hmm.
It started out at 4 at daycare.
Yeah.
You know, went to singing the Calypso song and all that, and I had to do the announcements, and we used to have play mock weddings and stuff like that. So it started with that. Then I went
So
to.
you've been somebody's husband a long time.
I was, right. And her name was Satara McClinton. She on my Facebook friend.
Wow.
Yeah.
From 4 years old.
From 4 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, it's on a certificate. That's how I found her.
Yeah.
Because once we had Facebook, I was like, let me look her up
find her.
and see.
That is lit.
But
now she's throwing like this. Go ahead.
So and then in grade school, you know, my school, Nataki Taliba, had a play every year. And after that, I went, you know, I was in the Glee Club. You know, we sang in the Glee Club.
You can sing, I told you.
And then I was in drama in high school.
For another reason. Go ahead.
Well, you funny.
Patty take
Christmas song.
Right. The Christmas song.
But then high school and then college, I was acting in college. Then, you know, when it came out of there, we was rapping, you know, did rap shows or through rap shows. After that, then, you know, the TV, the movie incentive came.
Right.
And then that's when we were doing all that, you know, extra work and stuff like that. And
a lot of people got a lot of extra, especially in the incentive program.
Pretty much the same. I started out.
You was in Glee Club too?
No, none of that. Started out putting out shows for like my mama and my aunties, them just doing little stuff for them.
And my aunties, are you from Detroit?
No, I'm from Saginaw.
That nigga said aunties, so he ain't from Detroit.
I knew instantly. I said, okay, he ain't from here.
What y'all say? Because you said aunties, bro.
Aunties.
You said
What's aunties? What that mean? What that mean?
No, I just knew you weren't from here when you said it.
That's that country.
My mama from Chicago. My pops from Detroit, but they had me in Saginaw.
That's what.
Sag nasty.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
That's what happened.
But no, then I growed up. Then I did one play for drama class. I did a play for a guy, Lorenzo Pearson from Saginaw. Then my acting career was done. Like I really didn't ever have one. One day I just got a call out the blue. I'm grown now. At this time, I got a call. This is just a couple years ago. Lorenzo, like I got a role for you. You don't even got to rehearse for it or come in and do no auditions. I wrote it because I had just recently lost my little brother when he called me. I wrote the story based upon a couple things that I know about your life. And if you want the role, you got it. And I never look back.
He should have gave you some royalties. Don't be writing about my life and you don't give me no money.
Wow. But it gave him back in, though. You know what I'm saying? It pushed him back in. So, you know.
Inspiration.
Yeah. The incentives come from somewhere.
Yeah, what they say, your gift will make room for you or something like that. That's what happened.
That's what happened.
And that's the truth.
And you can't put a price on that for real. Like that right there is... You weren't even thinking about it.
Because it's all about relationships. And that's why we have to understand it's very important to cultivate your relationships and be good to people, because you only get one time to make a first impression. Right. And when you're working with people, even though you may be going through stuff or whatever, communicate. Talk to them people and say, if you are going through something, to let them gain understanding so they'll know that you're not a villain or a scoundrel, because you might want to work with them again. Facts. And you don't want that to taint that relationship.
And sometimes we meet people just to meet the people they know.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, you might not never been meant to meet that person. You might have been meant to the person that they know.
Yeah.
Say it 3 times. I meant to meet, but you got it.
I meant to get it.
Nigga Scooby-Doo could even.
Should have gave you a Scooby snack.
So I can tell you Oscar has grown, because that's how I knew. I didn't think Oscar was even here, because I ain't smell weed when I came through the door. So listen,
your nose is clogged up with that agave.
Okay, that's
because I was blowing.
Yeah, don't say that, Diddy.
Right. No Diddy.
Man. So as far as with acting, Cornell, and then Oscar. So now that you are doing this, is it like an all or nothing thing for you? Is this what you want to do for?
Way to bring that shit back in.
Yeah, I was rapping and everything, doing shows, traveling, doing that before I started doing.
I knew your rap name, MC Dreads. No, okay, too soon. Okay, go ahead.
MC Yayu.
But I almost completely quit rapping, and I'm dedicating my whole life right now to. I was selling cars on the side and little hustling and everything. I stopped everything.
No, that's right.
Because that's
it's all or nothing.
It's all or nothing. That's what I'm doing for.
But it ain't nothing wrong with having no hustle. I'm gonna just tell y'all that now to pay them bills. Yeah, man. Because you can still be all in and have a job.
and that's what I was gonna say. You know, I've based my, you know, what I do in my life around acting. So, you know, my businesses that I started are businesses that I can take off when I want to, and I can leave, and I might have to tell the person, hey, I won't be back for a couple of days because I got to do this, and they, you know, they cool with it.
Yeah.
So you're your own boss.
I'm my own boss because I act.
So what else do you do, Oscar?
Oh, I own a swimming pool business.
Yes.
A black man with a swimming pool business. I open and close swimming pools. I fix homes. You know, everything on the inside.
Okay, so if you need some work done,
don't call me. Don't call me.
Not unless you have a check.
No, don't call me. I gotta know. You gotta know somebody I know, and they gotta tell you how good I am.
Oh, you get referred.
Yeah, like I ain't showing you no pictures. I ain't coming to look.
Well, none of that.
You just gotta know.
I'm coming to
if
work.
It's word of mouth. Yeah, you ain't got time to be proving nothing. You ain't negotiating no prices. It's just this is what it is. I'm coming to work, and that's that.
Because whoever referred you should have told you all that information.
Okay, all right.
They gonna be like, he don't want to negotiate.
Well, if it's working for you, I think it's wonderful that you have created the life that you want.
Right.
And that's what's up, and that's something.
I still would love to be a movie star. don't get that out there.
That word movie star can be subjective.
No, the fuck it can't. Stop.
Right.
Stop. This. No. Fuck that.
No, I'm with you, Mike. I'm with you, Bob.
Yeah, y'all be pacifying.
Movie stars with jobs.
Y'all be pacifying. Ain't no movie star with no fucking job.
He got
what about that one that got broke and he ain't had no money?
He got broke because he fell the fuck off from being a movie star.
Tom Cruise is the movie star.
Because I would just say this, as a movie star, like actors, like we really got a different mind. Do you really want to work or do you want to act? And I think it come a time where once you get to that level or whatever, you know what I'm saying, where you just can't take it no more. Like I don't want to work. I don't want to do none of that. Like I just want to create.
Right. I'm in a space where I
well, it's different. It's different with you, Tia. Most actors are not creators.
Well,
they follow,
what are they doing?
They following instructions.
They're performers.
They're performers. They follow instructions.
It's a difference between those names. You said actor,
they're creating
but they're
a character.
No,
they're not.
They're putting out some lines.
Let me tell y'all something. When I get that script and it just says Leah. You know what I'm saying? All it says is Leah in lines. I have to create that backstory. I have to create that whole character.
They chose you to do that.
Right.
So they chose an actor, an actress.
And that's what you do. You act. That's your job.
The majority of the time,
I'm not getting it.
The majority of the time, you're not creating. And you're working we're in the field or a group in the community right now where directors are just basically, when you get to another place, you'll find out what a director is. A director don't give a fuck about your feelings. Get your ass up there now.
I've seen some directors like that here already.
And some directors don't direct.
They hate you, and they still get the product done.
We were talking about that one day. Some directors don't really direct.
No,
it's
they
like you'll get a script, and you have to do everything on your own.
They don't know how.
You gotta create it. You gotta make it.
They ain't went to school.
Thank you.
They ain't took no classes. They don't even want to take classes because they made some movies and they did it and they were successful. Really not successful, but they made it happen.
You talking
They put it together. They put it together. They made it happen, and then they keep on. 5% off of 10 movies is greater than 3 movies and getting everything. And they ain't even got to be good. They just on there.
Thank you. I need you at the round table for film.
Round table
because see, if I say it, I'm a hater, right?
Same thing. If I say it, I'm a hater.
No, you're not. Because here's the thing. Because
somebody just said something on the internet, but everybody was on this job because he said it. But I've been saying it forever.
You talking about?
Yep.
What's his name? The tall nigga.
Yep. I've been saying that forever. But if I would have said it, I would have been a hater because I ain't made I made about, because I ain't made 20 movies.
First of all, I would be ashamed.
Are you serious?
Listen, I would be ashamed if I said I did 30 movies and I still work. That's me. Because one thing,
like as an actor,
yeah,
or as
an actor. Because one thing, when you're good, this is how you know when you're not good. Because nobody coming for you. And I keep trying to explain to people, when you're good, motherfuckers reach out and get you.
And other directors use you. You're not just used by one production team. Everybody using you.
Oh yeah.
That's how you know you good, because you're going, what they wrote, you can make happen, and they choosing you.
What's y'all take on working with directors that don't like each other? Is that any other actor's business?
That's none of your business.
But some directors take that person. Actually, it's look like
fuck them.
Right.
And then you don't have no work. But wait a minute, listen to the king. Because then you say fuck him and now you not working. It's like you better pick a side. You better pick a side now.
No, can't nobody make you pick a side.
That's what you do.
Period.
That's what you do. You go outside of your zone. Because listen, there's no lie. I tell people all the time, when I had a hit record, my first hit record, people, Akai, people who make the drum machines and stuff was calling me like, hey, Doc Chill, I understand you working on a new project. I want to send my equipment out to you. All you need to do is take a picture or a video of you using our equipment, and we'll put in our new order sheets and things like that, saying that Doc Chill is working with the new Akai MPC 62. Boom, boom, boom. And I was like, cool, hell yeah. So I keep trying to tell people, they're like, how did you get that? I said, well, nigga, they heard my name and they seen my name on records, and the record I'm hitting, they were like, cool, let's get him as the poster child for Detroit at this particular time. And at that time, Guitar Center was just now being built, and so they wanted me to come out there and display how to work the machine. Now you had the number one producer in the whole damn world, basically had the number one hits, was Michael Powell. Michael Powell did with Nita Baker, Stephanie Mills, you name it. He was like, Doc Chill is the one. So I'm at Guitar Center. I really don't know this motherfucking machine. Right, but I made it look good. Right?
Yeah, but see, it like I said, life is all about relationships.
All day.
If you get roles or whatever, it's about relationships. Somebody, like you said, you get that phone call. Somebody say, "Hey, can you do this?" Somebody call you. People will reach out
and be accessible.
Yeah.
Nick, I mean, how many actors gotta have a website with their demo reel on it, or showing they shit?
I need to get a demo reel.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. So
I've been in a lot of films.
It's a person who, I'm not gonna say her name, but she was in Tyler Perry, 2 of his projects, who Detroit people deemed as being ugly, and they don't want her in they plays or movies. But she did a lead role in Tyler Perry movies, and now they calling her. I can't even get through to her now because she's like, honestly, Miles, I'm not gonna lie, so many people from your city keep calling me now. Yeah. She said, I'm not even worried. I'm not thinking about working with them, because when I was there begging, I don't care if I could be an assistant director or I could be an extra on stage, they wouldn't book me. Yeah. But I get it. She said when you
take off, don't look back and try to rescue them.
Yeah, I mean, because
when you take off, don't look back.
But they don't know. They don't know to look for talent. They don't know what talent is.
They go for followers.
They don't. Right. If you don't know what it is, then how do you know to look for it? Just like if you're a director that hasn't had proper training, but you're directing, of course you can get somebody from the streets to come in and do this role and think they did a good job, because you don't know what a good job is.
And people think just because it get done that it's good, and that don't make, like I tell people, just because the sex end, that means she had an orgasm. No, motherfucker, it's over.
Oh my God, y'all, I'm feeling attacked. I'm feeling really attacked. I'm feeling really attacked because I've been going through this process of casting, right? So I've been casting people, but this is my first project. Now, I wrote this movie, I got a vision for it, so I'm just happy that people are showing up.
Yeah.
That don't mean them people are good.
No.
So now y'all seeing this, I'm feeling like
I'm gonna say this, and I don't know if she give me credit for it, but I told Jada Jones on the internet, when you're a great actress, you don't need to have no casting call.
Yeah.
When they come from LA, they don't come and get people from here.
Nope.
They might get the doorman from here, or they might get somebody to do a small role, but they have their actors and actresses. So you should be able to call who you want to do that role. And if they fuck with you, they fuck with you.
I knew it
you
was
ain't
like
gotta
that.
say.
And I knew it was was like,
they ain't gonna charge you their highest charge. I mean, the highest price because they gonna be looking out for you.
You are 100% right.
And also, Tia, I'm not gonna lie. Like I tell people, the worst thing this is the problem with most people that do films, they micromanage every step of the way.
Stop doing it.
You find the people who do casting, who you feel do good casting, and let them do it.
That's not what he's saying.
No,
because the relationships that I built, the people that
listen, let him do that. What I'm saying is not just let him, but let people.
No, I mean,
you need a team.
Somebody for that job.
You need a team.
There's somebody for that job.
You need a team. You need a team who's going to take care of things for you, so you don't even have to stress or think about it. You did the project. You want to direct it or whatever you're gonna do. That's what you do.
And then I'm gonna tell y'all this is the honest to God truth. I'm a Leo, right? And it's really hard for me to just leave.
It's still you still get the final. You still get the final word. You still get the final word. You let them get the people to bring in front of you, and you let just like the baddies auditions when they go through one
and then,
to the other.
But see, this is where so my producer had to say this to me. She was like, "Look, I was letting you quarterback this whole thing, but I think I need to step it on up." And boom, so she called the new cast, and once
she's the producer, that's
you know what I'm saying. And I said, "Okay, I love this. This is great." You know, but before I thought that I was doing the right thing.
But everybody, and that's what I'm saying, she's the producer. She's not even supposed to be doing that. No, she's not supposed to be doing that. The casting agent.
She's supposed to be hiring somebody to do that.
Right.
But it's a small
she's
team.
Supposed to get on your ass to make it happen.
But see,
that's her job.
But when you have a team, you can get other people, and then you can get people to work for you for free. If people believe in your project, they're gonna be like, "Okay, I got you."
Yeah,
but
it's points on the movie. You ain't even got to do it for free.
I'm about to start crying.
This is too much for me.
You get points. The people that fuck with you don't even have to have the money right now. You can give them a little stipend and give them some points on your movie, and they gonna finish it with you.
And feed your people. Don't have people coming on set. You have not done their dietary needs, and you ain't gave them no food.
But at the same time, I like what Oscar's saying. Like that's what my whole new team, the group, is based off of points, right?
And it should have been
because it should have been because I'm just not starting mine.
But and I'm saying everybody should have been because everybody would have been making money right now. Everybody would have been pumping the
people were selfish. It's gatekeepers.
Hey, look,
everybody want to be selfish and let me get mine. Because you can't make no money without your actors.
I said it earlier. Anytime crafting make more than the leading actor, something is wrong.
Something wrong.
2, if you want to base stuff off of real facts, actually, I tell anybody, especially y'all in media, all y'all in media, call your favorite actor or actresses and interview them, and then they going to tell you the steps they took, and then you were like, damn, this is information I needed to know. So when I got in the music business, the first person I actually went to go interview was Run DMC. Because I wanted to know, like, how the fuck y'all make it, right?
Nigga, we selling pounds.
No, it wasn't that. They was telling the truth. They was like, we stay up anywhere between 18 to 22 hours a day. Because we don't want to miss nothing. And then, so I got with my boys like, nigga, we need to stay at least 20 hours a day. And then they was like, what for? I said, because, and we can't call each other. My name ain't no longer Pete. My name is Doc Chill. So when you say what's up, say what's up, Doc, or Doc Chill. And then that way we always in character when people see us out and about, they call us by our rap names.
And it's natural.
And it's natural. So, and then, so I learned so much even watching Crush Groove. You know what I mean? I was like, damn.
Grooving.
He was like, yo, what's up, Ron? Yo, what's up, D? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's your Superman outfit. That's your superhero. Yeah. When they put that onto you, when you become that character, that's you. You're not Miles no more. Right. So you walking around with your chest up.
But that's the problem with the niggas here. They think they got a costume on and they just got dirty
and they don't deserve it, right? They not an alien. They just the regular the man. They not they not Superman. They just Batman.
And then people just they have no natural superpowers. Yep. They only experiencing these things because people think they got money. Mm-hmm. And the whole thing is with the money they call money is not really money to people who have money.
You just broke down the Batman Superman thing.
There you go. And I tell people this shit all the time.
And people with no money act like money isn't everything.
What I love the fact was when we were on when Miles had told one of our guests, you don't use your money to make movies. You use other people's money.
Amen.
Preach that. Miles really live
people
like
are so busy.
you live like that. You've been teaching me that.
But people are so busy trying to use every dime and call themselves a martyr. That's dumb. You ain't never supposed to use your own money. You're supposed to get other people's money.
I mean, even when you do plays. When I did my first play, Daddy, I Love Him Again, Microsoft, T-Mobile, and Comcast gave me the money to do my play. I only spent $100 cash money to hold the date.
Oh, yeah.
After that, it didn't make no sense. Because here's the thing. I've learned right this. If it's a fire happen right now, I'm going to need y'all more than y'all need me. You feel me? Because we have to direct each other out or get each other, make sure we're safe, right? That's the same thing in life. All these big corporations, you go to any website, at the bottom of the bitches say sponsorship. And if anybody don't see that, because most people only go for what they're looking for and leave. Tubi, in the very beginning, say, to be a partner, click here.
To be a partner.
To be but they say to become a partner, click here. And all you do is click here, email them. And then they email you back. Do you have 5 or more movies? You say no. Okay, well, here's some alternatives for you.
But if you got 5 or more movies, we might be able to work something out.
Direct, right?
You might be able to become a partner.
Yeah, but it's just, it's really no partner. 50-50 is a partner, but in the minute I told people this, Tubi is going to start cutting, they pay out differently.
YouTube too.
I mean, but
all of them.
Hold on, not YouTube. I was with YouTube in February. I'm gonna show you what they're doing. I got it all on pictures. But YouTube is actually the #1 streaming company in the whole world.
Exactly.
Right. You know what I mean? And so CPMs is not going to be longer with CPMs but they are.
What is a CPM?
Cost per 1,000. So however many times if a company is paying out $8 to $12 per 1,000 times that their commercial is being seen on platforms, right? But YouTube is about to change the CPMs. It's not going to be called CPMs no more. And they're not really telling people what it's going to be called. They're going to come up with their own geo system on how.
So they are changing the way they pay.
They go. Okay, got you. But I ain't mean it. But their payout is actually might be more than less. Tubi is going to be less. They're paying out less.
I believe
they might be going 70-30 split, like them 70 and your ass 30. So that's why I want the secrets to start coming about the industry, because people think they gatekeepers by keeping a secret. Those are not gatekeepers. Those are hoarders.
Right. Everybody had a acting class, but nobody has the business management of making the movie. At all. They don't tell you how to get sponsors.
And they charging a lot of money for these acting classes, and then it's like, who is the teacher?
People are,
just because you have a teacher or a coach that's been on Tubi, what can they really teach you?
Nothing.
Hey, but don't be mad at them. I ain't mad at them.
I'm not saying I'm not saying about no mad at it. I'm just saying, you know,
I'm mad at it for the entertainment, right? Because we actors.
Because it's like,
if you a hustler, you can't get mad at nobody's hustle.
You know, it's certain people who are
like this. I'm pissed off.
No, it's about starting me a little class.
It's nothing wrong with it, but it's
that's why I ain't saying nothing.
It's certain people who are
dead wrong.
But it's certain people who are actually certified, who actually went to training to get these classes.
It's not really none of them who have the classes though.
But you can be the person.
Just him.
You said that you wanted to start a class, so you get those people to be in your class. No, well, I'm just saying, whoever it is, you get those. If you want to get qualified people to be in the class, and then that's still your class.
Yeah. Man, I think when people do classes, you can make your classes your own.
Right. This is the point. This is what I'm saying. You can get paid for whatever you're good at. Yeah. People will pay for anything. If these people they bring in. I don't know what these. I don't know what people are learning. I haven't taken the class. You know, but what I can say is, when I have taken the classes that I've taken, they did help me elevate.
No, and they're supposed to.
That's all that I can say. And I know for a fact these people weren't qualified people to have the class, but it did teach me something along the way.
But you're not gonna walk in that bitch like, yeah, man, this actress Marlisa, I went to her class, and you're not gonna say that.
I'm not gonna do that.
Exactly.
But I will say it publicly if it helped.
And
you
people
know,
not flying in to take their classes.
No, but they are. I'm seeing this stuff.
They flying in from where?
Ohio,
Houston. Number one place they fly.
You right.
They flying in from
you right.
And I know you can see what I'm saying? They're coming in because they don't know. It's not because they just don't know.
Right. I'm gonna tell you why they coming in, because it's the cheapest.
Because it look good. With Tubi in Detroit, it's looking real good. So if you see one, it's like
because it's the cheapest. You right. Because when you go to an acting class in New York or LA, it ain't no $500.
It sure ain't.
And you gonna have to.
I think they coming because they think we're on fire. It gets a little different.
But see, that's what I'm saying. The sad part is people here think we're on fire, and we're not. Right. And the whole truth is, I'm not gonna lie. Like I tell people, let a motherfucker run up to me, tell me he a police officer and he wearing a fireman outfit. You, whatever uniform you fucking wear, that's who you are. And the problem is, motherfuckers wearing these superstar director motherfucking uniforms, and these motherfuckers can't direct or act their way out of a paper bag. Just because they got hired don't mean you're the right person for the fucking job.
But if you wear the uniform, that's who you are.
No, because also you got to remember Halloween come at least once a year.
That's why I
So just understand this. Hill Harper was here, right? Mm-hmm. I asked, listen, I'm sorry, Hill, I got to say it. I said, I was looking at probably getting you to do a movie. He said, where at? I said, here. He said, never.
Hey.
And
that's why he didn't win. This is exactly him. I'm gonna tell you, this is why you didn't win, because you're not for the people. If you would have did that movie, I promise you we would have stood behind you. I bet my last dollar that if he would have been in the movie, we would have stood behind him.
No, I wouldn't stood
I'm
behind.
gonna tell y'all that right now. I would have. If he did that for the people, for the culture.
But who was he doing it for? He ain't doing it for nothing for us.
So sit there and say that you wouldn't do that like that. That's why you didn't win. There's a lot of stuff you wouldn't do for us, and we knew that.
No, the whole
Y'all done pissed me off today. No, I'm joking, man. Hill, I love you.
The whole truth is, and it's the sad part, if Hill Harper was to do a motherfucker acting class, nobody would show up.
Yeah, that's sad.
That's sad.
That's what's sad. But I disagree.
What? Say it.
I disagree.
Say it. What was I saying?
I didn't see the career go as far as
and what career? Any career you could name that somebody did an acting class, where they
I'm about to just give you an example.
And
y'all gonna kill. And this is, don't kill me for this, right?
I'm not gonna kill you.
Please don't kill me for this. But I'm just talking about the people in our demographic on who's taking these classes. Okay, I don't want to be. Don't kill me.
It's like taking a meat test. These motherfuckers don't know where they going.
But it look good. It just look good. You gotta understand. We got King Wesley, right? He's done 30 plus movies.
I'm not gonna
fit. He looking good.
He
on the internet.
Because I don't want to defend. I don't want to offend nobody. Because I'm about to cut into you. Go ahead.
No, let me just say this. And then we have Hill Harper, who had his prime in the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
No, 2 years ago.
It wasn't his prime. His prime wasn't 2 years ago.
I'm talking about he's an actor.
Hear me out, please.
There.
No, that's not true. That is not true. People lose their time. People lose, and with my group, with my age group, once that time is up, your time is up.
No, nobody.
We don't give a damn about what you used to be. What are you doing now? Right now,
wait. Because
my age is taking the class, so that's what I'm talking to.
But with her age group, that goes back to our subject, all or nothing. They don't do all or nothing.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
They do bits and pieces of things, but not all or nothing. Because it's so many choices.
My age group is who's taking these classes.
It's so many choices.
That's crazy.
It used to be choices A, B, C, and D, and that was it. But now with this age group, it's like A through F. It's so many things to choose from.
My age group
focus on all or nothing because it's so much.
These people are changing their genders. They are changing their genders. My group. You understand what I'm saying? Your age group, if you were gay, you was just gay.
No, that's not true.
Nobody said
Bruce Jenner changed his whole shit.
Because that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story.
Listen.
Bruce Jenner was paid to do that. That's a whole conspiracy.
We don't know that.
Bruce Jenner, to see a man again out today. That's why. When you see him out, when you see Bruce, when the paparazzi take them pictures,
he never took
and
his
that's
penis
how you know he's still a man.
But he kept his penis.
Listen,
he never.
Because he's still a man. Because he really didn't want to be a woman. And that's what I'm saying.
Can I just say this? I'm about to be very honest with y'all. Life is always the fucking same. Nothing changes. That's a circumstance.
But this group is trying to change it.
Y'all can't change it.
It's nothing new under the sun.
I'm agreeing with you.
It's just nothing new under the sun.
Don't misunderstand me. I think y'all misunderstanding me because y'all not letting me get the point out. But that's the main thing.
Okay, what's your point?
Because
I can't get it out.
Go ahead,
it's kind of hard to get the point out because everybody's responding. I'm gonna take a little longer than 30 seconds.
Go ahead,
we're trying to talk.
Go ahead.
You know what? Y'all got it.
No,
y'all can have it. Y'all age group, y'all generation, y'all can have it.
It's not about an age group.
It is because that's the demographic that I'm talking to.
I'm multi-generational. I deal with different people from different age groups. I'm not stuck anywhere.
So then you saying, but your group, you know what I'm saying? So if you're not there,
I never said.
So what does my group mean?
No, you said.
I didn't say that.
No, you said, but y'all.
When we watch this back, you definitely said it. So what does my group mean?
Hold on.
If you're not talking about age, who is my group?
You started. Okay, I can't understand what you're saying because you started going. So I'm like totally.
No, you can understand because you started to talk over me. Y'all never let me get the point out.
Stop talking.
Talk. Get your point across because I want to hear it.
The point is, y'all don't listen. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point. And if you guys had listened at the very start, we wouldn't even been here because now it's gone.
No, right.
I already changed and shifted. Y'all go ahead and y'all are 100% right.
Well, let me add to what both of y'all saying. And this is what I noticed. If you guys watch like Pop the Balloon, at the beginning when they're saying their businesses, what they do, they got like 3-4 businesses. Yeah. Nobody does one thing anymore.
True.
So that's with the generation. That's the difference of the generation. They doing multiple things.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
That's what she's saying. And then in our group,
I'm hearing both of them.
We used to having one profession. One profession.
Yeah, but y'all mortgages, y'all house was like $60,000 and $80,000. Like $500,000 for the same little shack. You gotta have monthly.
But for me,
gas is like $1.
I've never allowed anybody to put me in a box. Yeah. Because I'm not one thing. I don't think anybody is really one thing. Right. People have a lot of different things going on because they said you had to be this or they said you had to be that, but you don't have to be this or that. You can be all the things that you are.
But the whole thing is, no matter what you let people do, they're going to do it. I don't care who you are, what color you are, how thick you are, how pretty you are, how ugly you are. People are going to put you in the box because they have the control to do it. You do not have control on who hire you and who don't. What you do have control on how you set your own standards. The reason why these houses is $500,000 because people actually fall for dumb shit. Younger people like shit. If it don't cost, it ain't worth shit. Right. This is why this is why Cartier don't even donate $15 to a fucking food drive in the community where motherfuckers show up with buffs. Right. I'm just trying to show everybody when you start looking and you start really thinking, people think that they know, and the truth is nobody knows shit. When it comes down to it, I live by a mantra is I don't know shit. I understand a lot, and it's only because on how I lived. When the COVID happened, everybody like, what the fuck is that? When they told me COVID was hitting my kidneys, I said, oh, it only hitting pre-existing shit that's inside of you. That's how it get worse because you think it's a regular fucking cold, and while you thinking it's a cold, that shit attacking your kidneys, right? My kidney levels went from 1.1 to 3.9. In case you don't know, once you get to 4.1, that's going into kidney failure.
And that's why on the death certificates it says you died from the complications. And not COVID, but the complications.
And so that's why nobody can sue no hospitals or nothing like that. So has anything ever happened like that in my lifetime? No. So you don't know shit. You just need to start to understand. As far as the film, when we're dealing with film, if you look at a film credit and you see 300 fucking names, and then on yours you got 18, you cannot compare. Something. When you look at basketball, they got pro ball, semi-pro ball, G League, and an NBA. There's 4 stages of professional basketball. So how can a motherfucker think just because you completed something, thinking you on the same level as them? And that's the problem here. Motherfucker, my film just like theirs. No, motherfucker, it's not.
Because it's the film value too.
And it took them 3 months to shoot theirs.
Sometimes
it took you 12 days.
It might take them.
It took you 12 days. I mean, I'm just saying. So how can you compare that product? It's like a real diamond against a fake diamond. A manufactured diamond.
And then you don't have anybody viewing your film. They're having people view their film, pick it apart. They go back and reshoot and do different things. Yeah. Whereas here, they don't do shit. You be over. There go the microphone. There go this. There go that. And then everybody wants to just say.
And we got a red carpet.
And then everybody wants to say.
On my movie, at the end,
then everybody wants to say, well, I did.
Mike actually had the mic on his chest.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it and we're like, it's right there. So what happened was Nate had to go through that motherfucker and he edited that bitch out. And so when people started looking, they were like, oh, we couldn't even tell. But people who have seen the me and Shandy was like, we didn't even see that shit because we was in the theater watching that bitch like, we like, God damn.
Because when it's your project, you be so engulfed and so close to it, you can't see the flaws, and that's why you need somebody outside to come in.
And that's what I was about to say. Tia, make sure you get that.
Yeah. Because I can already tell I'm gonna be that person. Like, cause I'm just excited to hear somebody say, "Welcome me."
Don't be that person. Don't be that person. Because what people not doing, they shoot 12, 16 hours a day. Then nobody goes home and watch the film that they shot until they finish shooting the product. Not watching the edit person wasn't even there. The person that's editing wasn't even on the set that day. So he doesn't know what he could be using.
And that's why you need a script supervisor to do the continuity. People don't want to hire a script supervisor.
And again, that's somebody else's job. You know, so people have to put these people in this position because there are people that want to do it. I got a cousin right now looking to get in the movie industry because she taking college classes and her daddy like, if you know anybody that need her, you know, because all these college people, they looking, and like you said, we out here. So they looking to jump on. They want internships and all of that. Because it's good for the resume. It doesn't have to, just because it's Tubi doesn't mean you don't get the experience. You know, so you put that on your resume so you can do bigger things.
And I tell people, you're going to shoot a movie, don't shoot it for Tubi, shoot it for the world.
That part. Just shoot a movie. Because Tubi is just a platform. And doing a film is your way of your self-expression. But my thing is, if you're going to do a movie and it's going to be your expression, you only got one time to do stuff right. Do it right the first time.
And you don't have to worry about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I tell people all the time in the industry, Tubi is the smallest streaming system on the face of the fucking planet.
But ain't nothing wrong with it.
It's nothing. Hold on, but it's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with it. But I tell people, if you think about it, if you know anybody who sold dope, right?
God no.
Shut up. Anyway, but the smallest dope dealer gave the biggest profit for their dope. Okay, it's just the methodology of life. When you give them you get the biggest profit out, so more people can sell your shit than sell the competitor shit, right? And then as you get more, you start saying, okay, man, you already sold 100 bags. I'm gonna give you 100 bags, but it ain't no longer $30 on the bag now. It's $20. And then as you go on, so what you do is take another motherfucker and say, hey man, I give you $10, and I give you $10 off each bag, and you take his $10 off each.
Look, that's a conversation between y'all two. Y'all keep on saying, I know. I don't want to know that.
I put like this. On Tuesdays at Church's Chicken, you get 3 pieces for $2, right? I mean, 2 pieces for $2, right? Yeah. But on Mondays, that bitch is $4.29.
I get it.
And what it do is just draw people. So the more people that's rooting for you, the more you have a chance of winning in that field that you're in. I tell people right now, y'all don't even know.
And don't cut off your nose to spite your face.
Oh, never do that.
We gotta stop
doing that.
Thinking that we always got to be right about everything. We got to be open, and we got to be, because the person that's getting on your nerves may be the person that needs to help you.
Yeah, most definitely.
Or y'all can help each other. You know,
like, do y'all know? Do you know that we have a professional baseball stadium right outside of our city that don't have nothing to do with a major sports team, and it's done by T-Mobile. All I'm trying to explain to people is this: it's other shit than what we think is our shit, and there's other people who doing shit other than somebody who we know.
And that's what Kenneth in the comments that he said outside of our circle.
What is that?
Kenneth, he said you have to start somewhere though, right?
Oh, see, that's the bullshit I hate. Yes, and you started when you was born. And I'm gonna tell. Hold on. I'm gonna tell people this is how you started when you was born. Your experiences, who you attach yourself to, is very fucking important. Yes. Right? If you get 20 actors that you know, Tia, that you know in the same room, they can't get 150 people to come to the party.
I can.
No, let your ego in this. No, hold on. I'm about to say this. Let your ego and emotion say this. I'm gonna show you one thing. It's a promoter named T Woods, right? T Woods can say he's on the party.
I went to high school with him. Right. Chill out, nigga. No, that's my nigga. Hold on. We graduated together.
T Woods will tell you about me, because me and him had a conversation in the parking lot of the print place. T Woods will say he having the party today. Today is Thursday, right? And it's Saturday or Friday night. That bitch will be off the hook, and he ain't put out one flyer.
T He was to say he having a party tonight. People would be at the party. So
what I'm saying is, I tell people, try your celebrity. Tell people you don't. If it's Thursday, you got an event coming up Saturday afternoon, and it's at a place that's free for y'all, and it's free. And see how many people show up. Then you would know how much you are fucking drunk.
Right. But like my man said, you gotta start somewhere, because T Woods didn't start like that. No. And they jumped now because he's known for having parties like that. So you gotta start with somewhere. But like you said, you gotta start. You gotta do it and try to draw the people.
But I hate that saying you gotta start somewhere, right? Yeah. When you have so many examples on what not to start with. Okay, so
what not to do.
When I was in the music business heavy, I just knew I didn't want to be like them. You feel me? I didn't want to be like that. It's only one person could even compete with me in performing. That was Trick. Trick at a particular time say, I'm not battling that nigga. And at a particular time, I'm like, I'm not battling that nigga. They're like, what you mean? He said, that nigga on stage?
I ain't saying nothing about Trick.
Yeah, that's my nigga.
I ain't saying nothing about Trick.
But Trick is my nigga. But I'm just giving an example of when you're good, people respect it, right?
Yeah.
And then when you're good, I don't give a fuck what field you're in. If you're an actor, like Denzel said, the nigga RZA said he was gonna meet Denzel at his trailer, and Denzel didn't smile, or he didn't break character. And then when he seen him at the premiere, he was all friendly and hugging. He said, "Man, why you didn't say what's up with me?" He said, "Nigga, I was Frank Lucas. I was a drug dealer. You was a cop. Why would the fuck I would smile at you?"
Yeah. Kimberly Elise did that to me. I was movie Gifted Hands, and I was the cab driver, and she was in the back, and she was Cuba Gooding Jr.'s mama. And so I jumped in the cab. Hey, I'm your driver and everything. And she gave me the coldest stare. And I just turned back around and started driving.
And this is how when I go on set.
Wait. And I didn't realize,
that she was in character.
She was so deep because I had met her another time, and she came. Hey, King, y'all guys are beautiful. You got a beautiful smile. And she was so open.
She wasn't talking to you though.
No, she was talking to me. It was only two of us out there. It was only two of us in the
She was talking to him.
Right.
But I'm just saying.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and we have to really. That's what an actor is.
Yeah. TT is like that. I was so
they
excited.
Not gonna sit up there and be cracking jokes and everything right before a shoot.
No, and then they prefer you not to. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to respect the scene. Like no, I don't want to joke.
Caller, you on the air?
Hi, caller.
Hey.
April 19th. What's a man to do?
Okay.
And Northwest Activity Center.
Y'all got two shows, 4 o'clock and 8 p.m. Right?
Yeah.
How much are tickets?
$35.
And you guys can reach any of the cast members to get these tickets, and you can also go on Eventbrite to purchase your tickets.
Yeah, and you can search "What's a Man to Do" or Mark Hunter's name. You should see it on April 19th. It is going down at the Northwest Activity Center.
And we talking about actors acting.
That's right.
We got actors acting.
I know that's right.
And you know, you can't say I ain't the best actor in the world if you don't buy a ticket and come see.
I know that's right.
Because y'all sure ain't writing stuff for me to prove it.
Well, he played my husband in The Perfect Gift, and he did a good job.
He did a great job.
He did a wonderful job because everybody thought that he was my husband.
And that's how the rumor got out about your breath stink too. By the way,
that's why I ain't getting no pros. That's why I ain't getting no rose.
I ain't never say that. But anyway,
it wasn't me.
Right. I got that tooth taken out.
Shout out to everybody that's an actor. I think everybody should watch number one on the call sheet. Number one on the call sheet.
I heard about that.
Yeah, but when you still search, it's still gonna pop up. But I want y'all to really watch it, and for people who's in the business, on the business side, learn y'all shit. And that's the problem where I think most people here, they don't learn the business side. They just know the upfront part, and the business side, sync licensing and all that. All this shit is important.
Like they say, it's either fame or fortune. I'd rather have the fortune than the fame.
But that's why it's all or nothing.
And actors get an agent or a manager. And that way,
actors have a contract.
I mean, yeah, but the contract comes with manager because you got to sign it to get a. But
yeah,
that's how how do you? And that's what I'm saying. I'm an actor, but my business isn't acting if I don't have a manager or agent, because that's who works my gigs.
That's who works for you.
Yeah, right. I mean, and if I want to do something in Atlanta, I don't have to be there. I think you got the agent.
I think one of the biggest people I really want to try to get him in there is Christian Keys, right? Christian was working at
him. Hi, Christian.
He was acting as his own fake ass agent, right? So that's why he just emailed me, or he had changed his voice, but it's really him.
Hi, Christian.
But it's the way to vent people who is either good for you or not so good for you. But I think he got big enough to where now he got his own agent,
he's huge now. He's directing and writing. He got one of the hottest shows out.
But it took him years.
He's fine. For sure. And he's fine. And he is fine. Hi, Christian.
He one of the first niggas I was like, damn, nigga, you look just how your pictures look like. Nigga, you look damn near flawless sitting up in this bitch with no makeup. And but what I would say, what I would say is this:
hallelujah,
surviving Tyler Perry.
Actors. This how actors. He's so silly. Actors is how you know you're good when the agent is looking for you, or when someone willing to step up and say, I'm willing to manage you, or I'm willing to be your agent. When somebody's willing to put their name on the line for you, that's when you know you're good, and that's when things will change for you.
I'm going to tell you guys, y'all better know you good way before that happened.
No, man.
You better know and understand that you are good way before a person ever come for you. You better know that.
I mean, I'm talking as far as the acting part.
Perfect your craft, though.
Because ain't nobody coming if you don't know that. If you don't already know that you're good, ain't nobody coming. Because the world don't know. If you don't know the world, it's going to be hard.
Some people think that they could, but they not.
That's what I said. You got to listen to these other actors. And certain actors who's the shit right now didn't know they were that good. A lot of times somebody see, like a coach that coach football or basketball, you don't think you're that good, and then the coach will see, I see where his strength is. Well, and that's just part of life. I mean, that's what strength. I mean, that's what coaches and good people who can lead you and guide you do. Directors, when they see what's good in you, they like, I know the role for Oscar, and they say writers. They like, I got a role for Oscar to roll with. Hey, Carly on there.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
How everybody doing?
Hey, auntie.
Kind of slow down a little bit.
Hey, auntie.
It's good to hear from everybody.
Yes, thanks for calling.
Hey, auntie.
Hello, nephew. It's good to hear from you. It's good to hear from the young lady over there too.
Yeah, she sounds like she made good soup.
Sound like she made good soup.
It's
good to hear from you. I like your movie. Yeah, I like your movie.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Tia. This is the most important auntie you got right now. She like, this is my baby right here. I don't care.
So let me just go ahead and give a call.
Okay, I love you all. I just want to hear y'all voice. I love you.
All right, go ahead.
Go see your auntie. Thank you.
Go see your auntie today.
That's just
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what that means.
Auntie, miss you.
I miss you too, auntie. I'm coming. I'm coming.
She'll be there in the next 3 days.
No, she'll be there. She should be there
today. Yeah, today is the day.
She's going to bring you some soup.
Right.
All right, love you
chicken
too.
I love you.
Bye-bye.
I love you too. Bye-bye.
She still cut celery up in her.
Nothing like family.
That's how you know when a woman can cook.
When they use celery.
When they use celery.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look, that celery be soft when you bite it. You be like, oh, this motherfucker been simmering.
Oh, yeah, you're really on another level. When you bring that celery out, you on a whole nother level of cooking. I ain't gonna lie. It's getting slow cooking. Okay.
That's when I used to kick it with women, and they didn't have a
young girls ain't got no celery.
Young girls got asparagus.
Well, again, we want to say thank you to our guests, Oscar and Cornell,
they ain't paying no attention, Cam.
I know. We want to say thank you to our guests, Oscar and Cornell, and everybody. Please go out on April 19th to the Northwest Activity Center and see the play.
What's a man to do?
What's a man
to do?
All right.
Tickets are $35. They're on Eventbrite, and shout out to Mark Hunter. Maybe we'll have you on the shows one day soon.
Yeah, let's support this play. Y'all, let's really support this play. They say it's good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I believe them.
Yeah.
You know,
I've been doing this long enough to know, good. You know, I probably wouldn't even be here today if I didn't think it was good.
Oh, you wouldn't, because ain't no joke.
You know, and that's what I'm saying. I'm behind the play because it's good.
It's great. It's great.
He wrote a great play, and we about to put it on. We about to show. We about to show. I mean,
You gonna put it on for our city.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say this. After the play, it's supposed to. And I don't know. Well, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. Never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah,
The after party.
But Mark be here to talk to y'all. Yeah. I don't want him to be. You weren't supposed to say that.
So what day is the play on? Now we know it's the 19th. What day of the week is that?
That's the Saturday.
Okay, Saturday. Next Saturday.
Good Friday is on the 18th. So yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be at the Good Friday Poetry Comedy Jam at the Detroit Coffee Shop April 18th. This is my first time going on stand up on my own.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of dope.
Right, I'm gonna definitely come and
couple days.
Yeah, mess with you in the crowd.
Don't fuck with me.
I am.
I'm like, look at that cigarette butt talking.
I'm gonna make the show better.
so come out and check me out April 18th at Detroit Coffee Lodge.
Is it tickets or?
Yeah, tickets. You could go to DetroitCoffeeLodge.com.
And this is a coffee house?
It's a coffee house. Oh, and it's black owned by a black woman.
Do they have alcohol in there?
I mean, I think we're doing the after hours, so I think it might be BYO choice.
Can I drink before your show?
BYOC?
You do it BYOC.
BYOC.
Can I drink before your show?
I mean, you do it anyway, Oscar. Shit.
I don't really drink juicy.
Oscar, in the neighborhood, they just call you 100 proof. Anyway, Oscar walk around smell like vodka.
Night train.
I actually love my vodka in the morning and my coffee. Vodka and coffee in the morning, Coney Island.
And you talking about me?
Yeah.
This nigga drinks it in the morning. Right? Excuse me. This man drinks it in the morning.
We gotta get out of here, y'all. So listen, y'all. Thank y'all for watching the Rise and Grind Morning Show. We are out of here. Shout out to Tia. Shout out to Cam.
What up?
Fuck you, Oscar.
Yeah. And Black G.
Black G.
Can we let them say their social media handles so if people do want tickets, they know where to find them?
I'm old school, so Oscar Porter at Facebook.
Instagram. Cornell Davis actor on Instagram.
That nigga like Cornell _4091. He was in his prison name. So 409. All right, y'all.
No prison.
Shout out to Shani Chan on the 1 and 2 bringing us DCC. Hey y'all, guess what? We are out.
Peace.
All right.
Rise and grind. Morning show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday. Great conversation, guest appearances. 'Cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Wake up, wake up.